Physical media man, physical media man, physical media man. What'd you buy? Was it something good?
What's up, guys? Physical Media Man back here again for another Physical Media Man Monday. I have another community challenge I'm taking part in. Tim Talks Talkies, and his great channel is doing another community challenge. This one is the top. I think he's only really counting the top 15 of your list. I'm doing another 25 like he had done in the past with his other videos. I think he's still doing a top 25 when he puts his video together. He'll do another video with everybody's list that you get points for. So I think for the 15th movie in your list, that one will get a 1 point, and then 2 points I think for number 14, and so on until number 1, and then he'll combine all those lists together and come out with a video. And I think he'll have some other YouTube creators on that video. But anyways, so thanks again, Tim, for putting this awesome video and idea and all the time you put into doing these community challenge. I really appreciate it, and it's a lot of fun to contribute. So but before I get started, make sure to like, subscribe, comment, leave feedback, do all that good stuff down below. I'll leave the links to my Instagram page, my Physical Media Man Store Instagram page, my Facebook page for the Physical Media Man / Physical Media Man Store, my Facebook page for non-media related items, the Hodgepodge Garage, my email, my eBay, my Twitter, and my Letterboxd account. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. First up, coming in at 25, we got Mad Max, post-apocalyptic take with Mel Gibson. This is like his big break that spawned another couple movies with him in. Just a really fun movie directed by George Miller. So yeah. And a couple of these I don't actually have copies of. And I was also going through trying to put a list together for this, realized I have not seen quite a few movies that are from the 70s that a lot of people have listed in top hundreds and all sorts of things. So but for me, coming in at 24, we got Paul Newman in Slapshot, a hockey film, sports comedy. He's really good in it. This is rated R. It's pretty funny, and it also has the Hanson brothers, and this also ended up having a couple sequels, but Paul Newman was only in the original one. But a very fun hockey movie where he's the coach player kind of towards the end of his career. But yeah, definitely worth watching if you haven't seen it. So that's 24 on my list. 23, I don't have a physical copy of. We got American Graffiti, directed by George Lucas. Has Harrison Ford in it. Kind of a coming-of-age film with some great cars and some great music. So for me, that's number 23. Number 22, had to have some Clint. This won't be the last time he's on the list. He had a lot of movies come out in the 70s. We got Two Mules for Sister Sarah. This is the Kino release, Western, where he kind of helps protect a nun in the West. So really good Clint one. If you haven't seen that one, I definitely recommend. So that's number 22 for me. Number 21, I don't have a copy of. Best Picture winner, starring Jack Nicholson, One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. Great drama that's also has some pretty funny parts. I definitely need to get it for the Best Picture winner collection, but it's kind of hard to find, and I feel like it's always pretty expensive. So next up at 20, we got Apocalypse Now. War movie directed by Francis Ford Coppola. Very intense, very well done. I've only seen it one time. Not one that I would rewatch too often. So, but really good movie. So, 21 or 20. I mean, we got Apocalypse Now. Coming in 19, we got Smokey and the Bandit with Burt Reynolds. This one also spawned some sequels, also starring him, at least in the second one. But a lot of fun comedy, car chase, good movie. All right, so number 18, I also don't have a copy of. We got, I had at least one more children's movie on here. We got Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory with Gene Wilder. Watched it a ton growing up. I'm surprised, I thought I had gotten the Blu-ray recently. I know it has a 4K, but I haven't picked any of those up yet, but really good adaptation of Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, so yeah. Number 8, or that was 18. Number 17, I need to put this over here. Number 17, oh, I didn't grab a copy of that. How did I miss that? I think I have it up here. I do. Okay. We got the Shout Select copy of Deer Hunter, starring Robert De Niro. Also has John Savage, Meryl Streep, and Christopher Walken. A war film where Robert De Niro and I think Christopher Walken's character come back from the Vietnam War, and they have some like PTSD basically. Really intense movie. Directed by Michael Cimino. This is another one I've only watched once, and I haven't watched this 4K since I've got it, but really good movie. So that's coming in at number 17. Number 16, I don't have a copy of. Another one I need to try to track down. We got the Conversation. Sorry, I believe it's Sidney Lumet. I could be wrong. That might be wrong, but it's definitely starring Gene Hackman. A drama, really well done. Definitely worth watching if you haven't seen it. I also didn't grab, somehow, I think I might have missed a couple. I didn't grab, so number 16 is the Conversation. Number 15 is Monty Python and the Holy Grail. Another one I watched a ton, especially around high school. Monty Python and the Holy Grail, really funny. Just a really good movie. So number 15 is that, which I'm pretty sure I have a DVD copy. I might even have the Blu-ray. And I also didn't grab number 14 somehow, which is Close Encounters of the Third Kind. I thought I grabbed that. Huh. Okay, well, I know it. What in the world's going on here? I grabbed there's Dirty Harry. Okay. Spoiler, Dirty Harry's next. But number 14, we got Close Encounters of the Third Kind, starring Richard Dreyfuss. I believe he wears a Ball State sweatshirt a lot in this movie, but it's kind of set in Indiana, but doesn't take place or isn't filmed in Indiana, surprisingly, or not surprisingly, because there's quite a few movies that are like that. But really good sci-fi movie, especially for the time. Definitely recommend that one if you haven't seen it. Number 13, we got some more Clint and Dirty Harry. This is for the first one. Really good cop movie, and Clint, just a great character. Harry Callahan. Yeah. Spawn ended up having 5 Dirty Harry movies, so definitely wanted to have that on the list. Number 12, one of the best martial arts movies of all time. We got Bruce Lee and Enter the Dragon. And yeah. Number 11, which I guess I just have a DVD of this, which is it is a neat release. Another De Niro title. This one, Martin Scorsese directing. De Niro plays a taxi driver, just like the title says. Also stars Jodie Foster, and De Niro is just kind of a crazy person. Really well done movie. That's number 11. Number 10, this is my original DVD. We got National Lampoon's Animal House, starring John Belushi. This is one of the films that my parents got for me when they were kind of introducing me to some great movies. This, Terminator, Patton, so a few of those from the 70s. Good music in this one, just a fun comedy, kind of a coming of age a little bit. Great cast with Belushi, Karen Allen, Donald Sutherland, Kevin Bacon. So that's number 10. Number 9, we got Star Wars, the original, A New Hope. Watched this a ton growing up, as well as the other 2 of the original trilogy. Sci-fi, breakthrough, probably the most popular movie of the 70s. Coming in at number 9 for me. I probably should have put it a little higher, but that's where I'm having it on my list. Next up's one that I think I've only watched the one time in my movie class in college, and remember it being really, really good. Directed by Roman Polanski. We got Jack Nicholson, Faye Dunaway, and Chinatown. Need to revisit this. Finally tracked down a Blu-ray not too long ago, but remember this being one of my favorites. He plays a private eye that investigates her husband, who she suspects of cheating, but then ends up being more than that, I guess, or I don't remember exactly what happens, but really good movie. Number 7, another one I kind of probably maybe should have put higher. Classic, just a really good movie all around. We got Sylvester Stallone and Rocky. Music by Bill Conti, which is amazing. Also has Burt Young, Carl Weathers, and it's directed by Stallone. So, and his big break, plays a boxer, just kind of a no-name boxer that ends up getting to fight the champ, and spawned another 4 Rocky films, or I guess 5 plus the Creed movies. But just a great character, great movies, great movie. All right, number 6, we got Superman the movie. One of the best superhero movies, and especially for a long time, probably the best superhero movie. Got Marlon Brando, Gene Hackman, and Richard Donner's directing, starring Christopher Reeve as Superman, who is greatly cast. They were all greatly casted. Gene Hackman plays a great bad guy. Watched this a lot growing up too. I'd go to the library and rent or borrow the VHS, and yeah, just a really well done, especially for the time, movie. We got Superman the movie at 6. Number 5, we got the original Godfather, directed by Francis Ford Coppola, starring Marlon Brando. Just a great mobster movie, one of the best, won Best Picture. Great music, great acting, great mobster movie. So yeah, number 5, The Godfather. Number 4, I got the original Halloween, directed by John Carpenter, starring Jamie Lee Curtis and Donald Pleasance and Deborah Hill. Great music by Carpenter. Great slasher movie, kind of started the whole trend, even though there were some that were kind of prior, but just a really great movie in the genre. So yeah, number 4 for me there. Number 3, I wanted to have this high, so it got a lot of points, and I really enjoy this movie. Great coming of age movie. Doesn't get talked about enough. Really good story, great acting, some comedy, some drama. Produced and directed by Peter Yates, starring Dennis Quaid, Daniel Stern, and Jack Earl Haley. Sports movie 2. We got Breaking Away, which was filmed in Indiana. Got this signed by Dennis Christopher when I met him for the screening in Indiana a few years ago. Just a great sports movie, great coming of age movie, and yeah, this really needs to get re-released. It does have a Twilight Time Blu-ray that goes for $100 to $200 easily, and I've never been able to find that, but just a great movie. So number 3, we got Breaking Away. Number 2, I had trouble with the top 5, but here we got number 2. We got Jaws, classic, summer blockbuster. This 4K edition is really nice too. Great movie, great music. Directed by Steven Spielberg. Great cast with Roy Scheider, he's great in it. Richard Dreyfuss and Robert Shaw. Just a classic. And then coming at number 1 for me, we got The Godfather Part II. I just think the ending of this one's so good. Acting is really well done again. More Al Pacino in this one than Marlon Brando, obviously. So, but the rest of the cast is really good too. Still, you got Robert Duvall, Diane Keaton, De Niro. Yeah, another one directed by Coppola. I need to rewatch the third one in the Dakota edition or whatever. But yeah, I love the Godfather movies, and that's number 1 for me. That's my top 25 movies of the 70s. And like I said, there was quite a few that I was shocked to see on top 100 lists that I didn't know about or didn't know were movies or whatnot that I'll have to try to check out. Some that I left off that I had trouble with were The French Connection, Young Frankenstein, Dog Day Afternoon, Serpico, Blazing Saddles, Grease, The Warriors, The Sting, The Outlaw Josie Wales, and Patton. So those were some honorable mentions, I guess. But thanks again, Tim, for including all the community in this and all your work that goes into these. Had a lot of fun putting this together. I think it was I feel like all of these, because he's done this is 70s, 80s, and 90s, I believe. And the other two were really hard as well. Yeah, this was a lot of fun. So thanks again, Tim. If you haven't yet done so, I'll make sure to try to leave the link below to his channel as well as the link to my other videos that were challenges similar to this. This will also be part of the community challenge playlist on my channel. So yeah, hope you enjoyed this. If you haven't yet done so, please make sure to subscribe. This is Physical Media Man signing off. Physical media will never die. Physical Media Man. Physical Media Man. Physical Media Man.